What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of Double Crown Talk Time.
You did it on purpose.
I did do it on purpose. I asked him to take a sip before I started the episode. My name's Richard.
And I'm Matt.
And this is the show where we talk about video games and stuff. And today, we're talking about some cool stuff.
Like what?
I don't know.
Like what you've been up to?
Oh,
the tides have turned.
Oh, what have I been up to? I bought Ratchet and Clank. Assuming you're doing the what have you been playing question.
Yeah, I mean, that's something you've been up to.
I guess. I played some Ratchet and Clank. Played some Dota 2.
Okay.
Got some window unit in,
I was going to mention
bedroom.
that if you didn't, because that's nice. Both of our rooms now have additional AC units.
Oh, yeah. Because the ones that are in there, the central air upstairs, barely works.
Yeah, my vent does.
Shout out to the
nothing.
landlords. Not that it's their fault. They're great landlords.
Yeah.
They put those units in for us. They even bought the one that
without
they put
even
in.
asking, really, kind of.
Well, I totally asked them.
Oh, you asked.
I texted
Okay.
him and said, "Hey."
You asked for one. Mine was completely unprompted.
Yes. He said, "Oh, do you want me to buy one and put it in the other room?" I was like, "Yeah." Well, let me text him and find out. Because last time it was in there, he cried, even though, granted, it was winter. You don't want an air conditioning unit in winter, but...
Also, it was drafty.
Yeah,
it was the draftiest.
He taped the edges.
Yes,
I don't know if you saw that.
That's super helpful.
Yeah, he did. He came back and did that, too. So, shout out to the landlord.
You go.
You go, Casey Landlord. That's his name in my phone.
Mine, too.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. But yeah, otherwise, playing some Ratchet and Clank, it's good so far. I also played the Resident Evil 7 demo last night. Part of it. I couldn't finish it.
I should download that.
Oh.
I was too busy watching Parks and Rec.
So you're gonna shit your pants.
Probably.
Did you play PT?
No.
It's like that. Apparently the actual game isn't gonna be as much like that.
Okay.
But yeah, it's horrifying, and I'm hyped to play it on VR.
The more I think about it, the crazy, like, I'm picturing VR with motion controls, having to like manually aim, like shooting at zombies while like crazy shit's coming at you.
I don't think there's zombies in the demo.
Probably, I didn't think
But
so.
they talked about it a little bit more, but they didn't necessarily say that there's no combat, but they said that it's not as, like, it's more like classic Resident Evil. They said we can confirm herbs, which means you at least get hit.
Yeah.
By saying you take damage from something.
Yeah.
But
maybe they're steering away from the Resident Evil 4 and 5.
They said, 5 and 6. 4 was still good.
Yeah, yeah, but it was like 5 was almost exactly the same as 4. Just episodic rather than episodic in the terms that you could replay levels.
Sure. I'm confused.
I played a lot of 5.
I played a lot of 4.
I played 4 twice.
All right.
I was
But 4 was the last good one, though.
I thought 5 was good, but the AI was terrible.
At any rate, they said, we want you to think horror, not guns.
Yeah, that's totally fair, because 5 wasn't scary.
Yeah. So, and 6 was an action game.
I didn't even bother.
Yeah, I didn't either. But, yeah, so it's horrifying. If you played Outlast, if you played PT, it's like that. Those first person... Like, I didn't even want to look around the corner. Like, it's like I was like down here, like in the lights like this, playing the game last night, and I put on like the Giant Bomb stream with like Cliff Bleszinski and Greg Miller and what's his name?
Dude number 3.
It's dude number 3. Yeah, and I was like turning that up really loud and the volume down on the TV so I could like try and not be scared, and like I like would like get to a next part and be like, I don't want to go. I don't want, like,
Literally torture.
and thinking about like the fact that if I do that in VR, I have to actually look around the corner. I don't get to like use a controller. Like, I actually have to look around the corner. Like, oh.
Here's the thing.
And like I won't have distractions. It'll just be me in that world.
So
which is like equal parts exciting and equal parts just, I don't know if I want to play it.
You heard it here first, folks. Use the protective straps on your Move controllers.
Yeah.
Or you will break your TV by throwing something.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
I know I would.
So, what have you been up to?
I've been
What have you been playing?
watching Parks and Rec.
All right.
I watched like half of season 7.
Yeah,
Just now.
Is that the one with the horse?
No.
Oh.
There is no horse in the game.
What is a horse?
Nobody knows.
All right.
Bought Doom. over the weekend.
Yep.
Been playing through that.
I think we talked about that on the last episode, didn't we?
Probably.
I think so.
Still been playing that.
You liking it still?
Yeah, it's really fun. I enjoy it.
Bang, bang.
Bang bang. But that's I haven't been playing too many games as of late.
Yeah.
We've been recording almost every night. And
That's also true.
I've been doing chores.
Yeah. Chores.
The game of life.
Hey!
Where did you get that mug from, by the way? It just came out of
All
nowhere.
right, well, I tried to... kick the mic.
Breathe in.
Kick the mic. Yeah, so... I tried to... but I forgot that we didn't talk about you, and I tried to make that segue earlier. I don't know if you caught it. Man, am I hyped to play Resident Evil 7 in VR.
I didn't catch it. Not at all.
I said that. Speaking of hyped...
Are you asking if I'm hyped for anything?
Today's topic is managing hype. We're in a post E3 world. We've gotten a lot of announcements regarding all of these crazy games that are not out yet, or probably aren't even coming out this year. Maybe not even next year. How do you manage your hype?
Don't believe anything those charlatans tell you.
Charlatans.
E3 is about selling games.
Yeah.
It's about selling consoles and selling games.
Okay.
So you have to take everything with a grain of salt. You can still be excited.
What about a grain of rice?
You can eat that. So
You can eat a grain of salt too.
a grain of sand then.
Oh. Okay.
Just hold it.
I mean, you could probably
and
eat
look
a
at
grain
it.
of sand, but
Yeah. No, there's not really any medical implications
Yeah.
for eating sand.
Well, I'm sure-
Unless you eat enough to
It's
become
like,
a beach.
what if you eat a lot of it? You eat like
I'm not a
spoonfuls
doctor.
of sand.
I'm not a doctor. Don't
Where'd
try
the beach
anything.
go? I don't know.
I ate it.
But yeah, you were saying.
You can be excited for things.
Mm-hmm.
Just remember that everything you've seen so far has been tailored by a marketing person to want you to buy it.
Maybe a
Immediately.
little bit.
I think for the most part, nobody's making these trailers and these gameplay things without the intent of getting you to buy it.
Right, but like, well, let's say for the Spider-Man trailer,
Okay.
no release date, no title, a teaser, where they did say that it was in gameplay footage. So they're not making me buy that game.
No, but
They're not trying
like,
to convince me to buy it. I can't
No,
buy
but
it.
there's another layer. Exclusive on PS4.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, now I gotta buy a PS4 if I don't already have one.
Well, maybe. I talked to Colin about that today. I mean, I don't know if Spider-Man's really a console seller. I mean, maybe it is for some people.
For some people, sure, and that's what it. That's
I mean,
what
anything
it's
could be a console seller, I guess. But I don't know. It's still, but there's no release date. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like that. I know plenty of people like, I'll buy a PS2 as soon as PS4 as soon as The Last of Us 2 is announced. I'll buy it as soon as that game comes out. I'll buy it, and that's just that one game. So like, that's a console seller. I don't really know if the Spider-Man game is. You know what I mean?
I'm
And
sure
again,
for someone it would be. They're like, oh man, I've been on the fence about this.
Yeah,
I've
but
been
I
playing
don't-
my PC games.
But do you think they're really like, they were like, fuck, let's show them the Spider-Man trailer and we'll sell another PS4? Like, I don't know. I think I disagree there.
I mean, the company that's developing it specifically, yes, they are trying to sell you their game.
Well, yeah, I mean, ultimately, yes, but they're not trying to sell it off of that trailer. Off of what they showed us at E3, they're not selling the product.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
I know what you mean,
if
but
you like
I still think
like an advertisement saying buy our product, like, or you can buy it. Like, we don't know anything about this game, so
We know what we've seen.
we know that Spider-Man is in it and he swings
Yeah.
through New York City,
Yeah, and it looked cool.
and it looked cool.
Yeah.
but we can't buy it.
No, but we can expect.
They're not selling
to buy
us.
it.
Yeah, right. But they're not selling us the product yet.
Sure, but I still think.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean-
yeah, sure, and I see that, but I still also think that at the root of every presentation is like, what is the most effective way I can show people this that makes them want to buy it if they could tomorrow?
Maybe.
Because that's just effective advertising. And E3 is advertising to me.
Yeah, no, and I agree. I mean, it's certainly, it exists. I mean, that's what it is. You know what I mean? They're there to show things off. But I think it's more, I don't know. This is why I kind of wanted to talk about hype, because it's more about like generating that buzz about, because again, these things aren't things that we can buy right now. So they're more of like, they want to generate buzz, get people talking about it, so that when it comes time to buy them, you already have it in your head. You know what I mean? So it's like, and that's why I'm saying, like, I kind of agree, but I don't think it's so much selling the product as much as like the idea of the product.
I guess
you see what I'm saying?
I think a better example,
which is why people get hyped, because we build it up as something that it's not actually what it is.
Yeah, I think a better example would be Death Stranding. Because that was absolutely
exactly
nothing.
That's even better. So like literally that game probably won't be out for another 6 years. It may not even have a baby in it. We have no idea. Like that may not, the title will probably change, but
yeah,
you know, like
true.
I mean anything, you know, so like, but that's the same thing. Like that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like they weren't selling us Death Stranding, but they were basically selling us the idea of Kojima's game. You see what I'm saying?
I get your perspective now. And yes, I do agree with that.
Yeah.
The selling products and selling ideas.
Exactly. That's kind of where the hype thing comes in for me, is, you know, we only have this like small like grain of sand, we'll go back to that, grain of rice, grain of salt idea of what Kojima's next game is going to be. And I'm not, but I'm sure there are people that are like going batshit insane trying to figure out, tie pieces together, and, you know, do weird internet things with it.
Yeah, I would just,
you know what I mean?
I spent like half an hour just looking at different stuff and like trying to figure stuff out, and I was like, this is a rabbit hole that I do not
exactly.
want to go down.
So I don't know, but I don't know. That's why I thought it was interesting. I mean, for me, when it comes, it's similar. You just have to manage your expectations. I mean, I myself personally, I was really burned by Destiny.
I was going to bring that up.
Yeah.
We were promised a lot.
Yeah, and you know, as time goes on, like, I understand, like, especially like even doing this channel, like there are like so many things that I like wanted to do by now, but like we don't have the time. So like, even though that's their job to fully do those things, like shit happens, and like, I don't know, I'm not going to buy their game. I'm not going to forgive them for that. You know what I mean? But it's also still partially my fault. You know what I mean? Like I let it get way too big in my head without waiting. You know, I bought it day one, went out at midnight, bought it, you know, like.
Sure.
It's, you know, I think there's blame on both sides. I'm not going to completely say that like they lied per se. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the things, there's that classic thing where it's like, oh, you can go explore all of this, and then the guy runs off the edge and dies. You know, that video, and like that fucking sucks, and it's really funny, and it's true. But you know, knowing now like what happened with that game, it's like, well, no fucking shit that didn't happen. Like they had to rewrite the entire story from scratch, like halfway through development. Yeah. So I understand that things happen, and because things happen, you know, you gotta wait.
Especially on games that have release dates that are so far away. Like things that, because No Man's Sky, how long has that been shown? 2 years now?
I think it debuted in 2013 at E3.
Yeah.
So 3 years ago.
Like, they gave it a release date at some point over the past 6 months, was it?
Yeah, probably.
And they delayed it, and people lost their goddamn minds.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
So just imagine a game that... Like, they're like, coming fall 2017.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we'll see.
Well, that's Horizon. Same thing. I mean, that's kind of the example that I'm thinking of here. But it's kind of the opposite, where I think, like, there has to be a threshold, I think, of when, like, you can allow yourself to be excited or hyped for something. You know what I mean? Like, so initially that game was very much of a, oh, I don't know sort of situation. Like, it looks cool, but we only know what we've seen, and then even like the insider people that are at E3 and stuff have only seen a demo. But at this E3, it was delayed past this fall, but it's coming out in February, and people that were at this E3 got to play a demo, and I haven't heard anything but amazing things about it. They were like, this game is fucking awesome, and if it's only going to get more polished and better from here, by all means. I know, and we talked about, you know, like the dialogue feeling kind of weird, and the, you know, the kind of like the interaction, but like from what I've heard, it's the combat is like pure like A+, like.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right. I mean, I can get through, like, I've played enough weird fucking RPGs in my day to like get through some like dialogue to like get to awesome gameplay, and if the lore is cool enough, then I'm down.
I mean, it's kind of weird to think about and like kind of weirder to say, but like you need to find a reviewer who you trust implicitly.
Exactly. And that's kind of what I mean is like we all have the people that we look to and we're like, I agree with them on, I would say, like a large majority of the games we play. Like they've suggested a game, I've played it, it's been great. You know what I mean? Every single time. Maybe not every single time, but for, you know, someone that likes RPGs and they recommend an RPG and I like that RPG more times than not, you know, and they can go play a demo and say, this demo was fucking awesome. Well, then I'm going to let that threshold is going to, you know, get bigger. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that the right? I'm going to get more excited for that game, basically.
Basically, you have to
It feels a little safer.
You have to wait until somebody who doesn't work for the company to have their hands on a game. And then you can kind of get an idea of what's actually going on.
Mm-hmm. Especially whenever, at least in my opinion, when they get like, when they're like excited, but they're like very cautiously optimistic about it, and then they're actually optimistic about it. Like seeing that jump is like really convincing for me. I don't know if it's like that for you, but
I usually don't look at reviews themselves. I usually watch people play the game if I'm hesitant on a game.
Okay.
I'll watch them play it and hear their impressions on it from day one.
Sure.
And if what they're saying coincides with what I'm seeing, then I'm like, okay, that's what happened with Doom. I saw enough people playing through the story and talking about the story and talking about how fluid things were that I was like, that sounds appealing to me. I'm going to give it a shot. And yeah, I like it.
I told you that Resident Evil was scary.
Yeah.
Now you're going to go download it.
Yeah.
For $0.00. Because Sony's going to email you and say, thanks for your purchase. And I'm going to get scared and then see that it was $0.00.
I just always assume that I bought something.
Steam does that too. And they send like 3 for every purchase you make.
Gotta be safe. Gotta be secure.
Dude, I know. Well, because you have to buy the funds. You buy the Steam dollars with your real dollars. And then you spend the Steam dollars on the in-game items. It's like, come on now. Come on now. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it was just something interesting to talk about because it's easy to let yourself go.
It's super easy,
especially like the Zelda thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I'm really trying to like restrain myself, but I'm seeing things that I'm like, holy shit, this looks like the Zelda that I grew up with that I loved, but I also need to remember like there are things that I saw in the like the kind of funny gameplay whatever where I was like, that map's really big.
Yeah.
How is the Wii U going to pull this off and still?
Well, you're not going to get a Wii U, are you?
No.
Okay.
No. If I did get it, like it's supposed to come out on NX too, right?
Yeah.
So if I did get it, it would be on an NX because I don't.
So you can play Star Fox on the NX.
Oh fuck that! This is like legitimately the only thing that's like piqued my interest from Nintendo since I owned a GameCube.
And Star Fox.
Was there a Star Fox on GameCube?
Star Fox Adventures. I was talking about the current one though.
Yeah, no.
I just like making you mad.
I hate that.
I know.
It's dumb. It's a dumb game.
It's dumb. But yeah, just be careful. I'm worried about you sometimes.
Why? Because I'm gonna buy an NX.
Yeah. I don't. I haven't owned or been in the same. I haven't lived with Jim. I guess I lived with Jim. He had a Wii, but he bought a Wii in like 2012, so that doesn't really count.
He bought it for Skyward Sword.
He did buy it for Skyward Sword.
It's the light blue one, isn't it?
Yeah, that was the bees. The bees.
It's a good one. Shout out to Jim.
Shout out to Jim. He makes all of our music. He's a good guy. I don't have anything else. I'm hyped to play Dota tonight.
How are you going to manage that hype?
I'm not.
By playing Dota.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Then you're going to get mad and yell at
I'm
randoms.
not kidding. I won today. We fucking crushed it. I felt bad because everyone quit. It was again, someone disconnected and they got the other team got real fucking pissed off. They all abandoned. That's okay. That's what happens when I play Crystal Maiden.
You know what would be fun when
if you need a CM player, hit me up. What's up?
You know what would be fun whenever that happened?
What's up?
The game still played. It was just creeps, and you just like fought your way.
Oh, but do you do that?
Oh, it doesn't.
I mean, if all 5 players automatically disconnect and leave the game, I think it takes like 10 seconds, but like one person usually sticks around. Yeah.
And that person's the OG.
Yeah. Yeah. OG.
On that note, if you liked what you saw, give us a thumbs up. Put a comment down below. What games got you hyped? What are you going to do to make sure your expectations don't go out of control?
Zelda sucks. You can find us on
XXX420
at gmail.com.
Yep.
You can catch us on Twitter. I am at Nablith.
I'm at _Matthew Creek.
And until next time, we'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Really?